in the cars and everywhere the power was used as horsepower.
If nobody can measure it, that how much power of this machine is there, then it is measured by the horsepower. Even the names also, Ford has given the names also Mustang, is because that Mustang itself is a breed. They said that horse evolved from the Samudra Manthan. I'll say the Kathi Rajput community, from whom this Kathiawari name was came and the Saurashtra was formed. They are the, you can say, inventor of the Kathiawari breed horses. Gujarat state government got two farms which has got 40 horses each in the farm. But privately owned by anyone is the largest number of horses is with me only right now. And the racing is always connected with betting also, in foreign countries also and in India also.
But is betting legal or illegal?
No, no. In parts it is legal, in parts it is illegal.
So I welcome you all again in the second part of our podcast with Mr. Rajesh Jadeja, also Rajendra Singh Jadeja, popularly known as Rajesh Jadeja. And now as we are moving towards a very royal subject and something which is associated with the royal history of Saurashtra, Kathiawar, and we are going to talk about Kathiawari horses, and we are talking about horsing fraternity of India and across the world. So we are not just only going to talk about Kathiawari horses, because sir's knowledge has been very vast, and we had casually had a conversation. I had heard about him in a very different way. I'll tell a very short story how we actually met. So I was there to promote one of the event which we were doing, and actually the reason to share was that there was a very wonderful ad film made to talk about horses and 61st Cavalry. So they had made, Royal Enfield has done. So Royal Enfield always wants to promote it as a horsepower, because horsepower is originated in the engines and everywhere across is from the power of the horse. So now we'll talk about we'll start talking about how was horsepower been so popular that in the cars and everywhere the power was used as horsepower.
See, with my experience with the horses, I can just explain you that as soon as the horse is born from his mother's womb, and there is a saying that if it's a colt, means it's a male pony. If the male is born, then nobody will touch that horse to get up and go to his mother's for milking. If that colt it stand up on its own within 10-15 minutes only and go and start milking his mother, then that colt is a winner. It is said in the horse history like that. And if it's a filly, it's a different matter. But the colt always is like that. And in racing also, in the racing, when the racing horse is born, and if it's a male, and the male gets up on his own and then starts milking to mother, then that horse is always a winner. So after taking 2 sips of mother's milk, that small baby can walk miles and miles with the mother in the wild. They don't get tired. So nobody can judge the horse's energy with that, and that's how this horsepower has been associated with the machines and with everything, with the motors, machines, and speed and everything. That if nobody can measure it, that how much power of this machine is there, then it is measured by the horsepower.
Right.
That's why it came. That the horse, even today also, like
Any car, anything.
any car or anything, if you take a Ferrari or a Mustang or anything, even the names also, Ford has given the names also Mustang, is because that Mustang itself is a breed, just like Kathiawari and Marwadi only. But in wild, it cannot measure the power of that Mustang horse.
Hmm.
Even if they say take a 1200 horsepower, but it is always more than that. So
All
that's
right.
why it is associated like that.
Right, right. So horsepower word is associated because horse is a very powerful,
Powerful.
and it can run, and in that speed, the kind of energy, it's one of the fastest animal
Animal.
we have witnessed in our life.
Right.
So if in case I have to say that how much horse can run compared to cheetah, which is the fastest animal, how can you compare the speed between cheetah and the horse?
See, the cheetahs on a flat land in the wild, they are the fastest take-off animal. And horse is also is called as a flight animal. When horse get scared of anything like that, they just they just fly. They just jump and run fast. So, but on a distance wise, if you take the cheetah, is always a faster animal because they go more than 100 kilometers per hour, and horse also can go up to 70, 80, 90 kilometers per hour. But for longer distance, the horse is always a good, better than cheetah or anybody else.
Hmm. Hmm.
But for a short distance, cheetahs are the fastest one.
Right. So we have always seen the TV serials and the movies and the royal families, the use of horse. So when can you estimate horses were first used as a cavalry?
Oh, it's a very long history. You can take it way back to Mahabharata times or Ramayana time or anybody like that. And after that, Alexander and Napoleon, everybody. So I'll tell you, it is more than 10,000 years.
Yeah, so it's the time of the Sri Krishna
Yeah.
and Ramayana and Mahabharata.
Yeah, because they said that horse evolved from the Samudra Manthan. There were 9 Ratnas, they call it. Out of that 9, which the Ratnas came out of the Samudra Manthan, horse was one of them. Horse and then cow. Yeah. So horse was one of them. And that time they said it, we call it, horses used to have wings, and horses used to have a, horn here in the center of his forehead. So it is it's a mystic animal, you can say.
It's a mystic animal
Yeah.
which we can see
Yeah.
now in a little different form when it is described in Mahabharata or epics,
Epics, yeah.
or during gods using. So now coming back to the current armies and everyone, which are the regiments currently having horses?
See, our in India, 61 Cavalry in Jaipur, they are the base in Jaipur. They are the only cavalry now in the world which has been preserved by the Indian Army. And the history says that the Israel war, in Haifa war, the 61 Cavalry took part in that world war, and our soldiers, our horses were sacrificed their lives there in Haifa war, and then they survived. They saved the Israel right now in the Haifa war.
Right.
So 61 Cavalry has a very big history and very proud history, which we all Indians should visit their event whenever you are in Jaipur. You should go there and see how the culture of horses and cavalry is maintained there right now.
So have you been there?
Yeah, I have seen there, and I was lucky enough to have one friend there, so he has shown me everything, and the culture they maintained there, by the Indian Army. is extremely, we should be proud of it.
All right. Okay. So, sir, this apart from 61 cavalry, who else have been keeping horses?
Some royal families in England, like Queen Elizabeth, has a very big stables there, and France has a very good history of horses. They have the school. Spain has a very good riding school, and all that horses are there. Mongolia the culture of Mongolia is full of horses only. So likewise, America also have a allotted kilometers and kilometers of area, more than 20,000 miles of area for one breed only, that is Mustang, their wild breed. So their culture is also with the native Indians also, they are keeping the horses, and likewise Arab horses in Gulf, now Saudi Arabia is having a very good stables, national stables. In Dubai, these Godolphin stables of King of Dubai, Sheikh Mohammed, their stables are very famous, and their culture of Arab also is evolved with the horses only. And in India, we have five major breeds: Kathiawari, Marwadi, Sindhi, Spiti, Bhutia. These are the breeds which are evolved in India, but most of the breeds in India is evolved from Kathiawaris only, because Kathiawari has got the oldest history.
Okay.
And Kathiawari horses are very near relatives of Iranian wild horses, because earlier the land of India, Pakistan and Iran were together only. So that's how the history in India started way back in, say, 3,000-4,000 years back.
Right. Now, in only in celebration days and government various celebrations, only then we see the horses. Apart from that, we don't see. So, does government also have horses?
No, most of the states in India, they have their mounted police regiments in India. As long as I remember, Gujarat is 565 horses regiment and mounted police. And all the 565 horses of Gujarat police are enrolled as a constable in the list, and their daily wages also been are been in the accounted. So it's one of the biggest mounted police in India. Then Punjab police also have, Karnataka police also have it, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal. They all having horses and mounted police are there to control the crowd and all that. That's why.
So, sir, when did you started having horses interest? When did you first started riding horses?
When I was, I think, 11, 12 years old, that time this horse culture was in our family, in my village. My grandfather used to keep good horses, of course Kathiawari breed only. And then my maternal uncle in near Danduka and Bhal area in Bhavnagar district, I got addicted to the horses from there, because we in the summer vacation we used to go there, so we used to ride and go to the lakes and ponds and all that to take the horses for a evening ride and all. So that's why at the age of 11 I came in contact with the horses. But then I started my horse breeding and keeping the horses as my passion was from 1991. I was playing one inter-district match in Porbandar, and nearby Porbandar we have this Mr. Jay Mehta. His cement factory is there, Saurashtra Cement Limited, and I was playing one match there, and suddenly I heard the the roar of the horses. And then after the match, I asked the groundsman that, is there any horses nearby? So he said, yes, you can go in Mr. Jai Mehta's private bungalow. There are 5 horses there, but unfortunately nobody is taking good care of them. And Mr. Mehta is not here, and he lives in England. So I went there and I seen the horses, and I inquired about those horses. Beautiful horses, all the 5 horses were kept in a good condition, but not cleaned and all. So that day I was very much in love with the horses, so I took out the water pipe and gave them a good bath and cleaned the stables and everything. And then next day I came to know that Mr. Jai Mehta is coming to Porbandar from England, and I went and met him, and I asked him that I am interested in your horses, and those horses were a gift to his wife from his parents. So he said, unfortunately his wife was passed away in that Bangalore plane crash. First wife she was from Birla family. So he said, this is in the memory of my wife. So but now since I cannot take care of it, so you take care of it. And he presented me all the horses. So I took them to my farm. I take a good care of that horses till another 8-10 years, and from that day only I started keeping the horses. Then from 1991 to 2000, I was keeping all breeds of horses. Few were Marwadis, few were Kathiawaris, and few were Sindhis also. But in 2000, I got very much involved with the Gondal Bhuneshwari temple trust and all, and we have one NGO there. It is called as Kama Horse Breeders Society, and I became the secretary of that society. And with me, couple of royal families also were involved in that. Bhavnagar royal family and Jasdan royal family, Mr. Satyajit Kumar Khachar, and we started this campaign of saving Kathiawari horses, because that year in 98 to 2000, when Gujarat state government animal husbandry department has done the sense of horses, it was hardly 250 pure breed Kathiawari horses left, less than the tiger also.
Okay.
So it was in the endangered species only. Then we started writing it to the central government, animal husbandry department, and they also got aware of that this breed should not be vanished, and we started keeping the pure breed Kathiawari horses. Gujarat state government has got 2 stud farms, one in Inaj near the Somnath temple. There is a place called Inaj, and another one is in Hingolgarh. Earlier it was in Junagadh, but now it has been shifted to Hingolgarh. They have the 80 pure breed horses, which are the bloodline which preserved from the Nawab's time, Junagadh Nawab time. When Junagadh Nawab left Junagadh in 1947 during the Arzi Hukumat problem and all, so he left his horses here, and that was all selected Kathiawari horses from all the royal family that time. Another royal family used to keep good horses were the Palitana royal family. They were breeding only the grey color horses only, Kathiawari. Grey means silver white. And another family was Jamnagar Jam Sahib, Digvijay Singh. He had a very famous horse named Ashwini Kumar, whose statue is right now in the center of lake at Lakota Lake in Jamnagar. And mounted is the first Jadeja person of royal family of Jamnagar, Cham Rawalji, and it was that statue was been made by the famous artist Albert Hellstein from France during the Jam Ranji time in 1927. And for that, Jam Ranji has sent the Kathiawari horse from Jamnagar to France just to model the statue of his ancestor, and then it was brought back again to India. It is written in the Illustrated Weekly of London of 1927 edition, and it's a famous story in the Guinness Book of Record also, that when the horse was sent from Jamnagar to France, the 6 months grass, 6 months water, and 6 months horse food was sent in a ship from here to France. So that is very exciting stories like this of Kathiawari horses are there in the history books of Kathiawar.
Okay. Now, sir, when you started, you got 5 horses from Jai Mehta. Then horses are usually considered as a very expensive interest or hobby. So, how would you take care of those 5 horses?
It is, see, if you count that how much your son eats every day in your house, then to keeping 2 kids also it's a big task for any family.
Right.
So I must say that people who have land, farming land, they can keep a horse. But now our thinking became very materialistic. We keep the things which are giving something back to us. That is the only pets we keep it. If we are keeping a dog, we always think that he will guard my house in the night and from the strangers. If we are keeping a cow, that okay, the cow gives the milk. If you keep a buffalo, the buffalo gives the milk. But when you keep a horse, the people will think that horse will kya dega, like what will get it back. But the love and affection you get it from them, it is priceless. Always there is a saying in English also that sixth sense, that sixth sense animal is a horse. Horse will know you from the moment you enter into your premises where the stables are. So keeping a horse is not an expensive thing, and especially keeping a Kathiawari horse is not an expensive thing. Okay, if you are keeping a thoroughbred race horse, of course it is expensive because the feed which thoroughbred eats and we have to take care of the medicine and all, they are very expensive. But keeping a indigenous horse in India, Marwadi or Kathiawari or Sindhi horse, it is a very normal thing for any Indians, and especially the farmers, if they are keeping it. So keeping a 5 horse then was not a problem for me, and today I have 30 horses in my farm, and 30 pure breed horses, I can say like that. My horses right now in my Porbandar farm, VSF farm, I can say that is the only private largest Kathiawari breed stud farm in India. After the government, the Gujarat state government got 2 farms which has got 40 horses each in the farm. But privately owned by anyone is the largest number of horses is with me only right now. But I am keeping it because to preserve that breed, to preserve the pure bloodline of the breed. That is my intention. In future, if I will earn it from that or not, I don't know that. But I will be proud that that these horses has been preserved in a proper breed characteristics which has been coming from our generation to generation.
So you come from a Rajput
Yes.
family, so
Yes.
so that's why that emotion is there, that your family, your forefather had always had the horses, and now you
Always
want
had
to
the horses.
continue.
And it is in my DNA, you can say like that. To keeping a horse and to love the horse is in my DNA.
So when did the actual downfall in keeping horses really start?
If you talk about Gujarat and Saurashtra, it started from 1986-87 because that was the time where we had a very less rainfall started, and people were very much in trouble that they will not get any fodder for any animal, milking animal or horse animal like that. So that time they used to sell it, the horses, for whatever the price come. There are cases that we have heard that in 1985, 86, 87, the horses were sold for 11 rupees also to the traders. So they used to take from here to Rajasthan, Rajasthan to Uttar Pradesh, and then Punjab and all. And in those days, those who have got good water in their farms and all, they used to purchase those horses for 10, 15, 20 rupees like that, because nobody was able to keep that horses. Then when the monsoon started become regular in India and in our Gujarat and all, again the same people went to Rajasthan and they purchased the good horses from there. Or some horses were kept by the government here, so from that the people started purchasing it. Even the bloodline which I am preserving in my farm, it is all related with this old Nawab bloodlines only. Because I have purchased it, the stallions and the mares from the state government auction only, and out of that, I preserved it.
Right, right. Now we'll talk about royal families of Saurashtra and India. So we'll start with Saurashtra. How many royal families keeps the horses?
Now, in earlier time, most of the Saurashtra royal family used to keep, especially the Kathi Rajput royal families. And now only the Jasdan state, Mr. Satyajit Kumar Khachar, who is a son-in-law of Baroda state also, he keeps a good old bloodline of Kathiawari breed, which is there in their family from past 300 years, more than 300 years. Then another family, royal family, is in Padia, that is also Kathi Rajput family, which is a holy place also, Visaman Bapu, Nichagia like. There Mr. Bailu Bhai is keeping good horses and horses, Kathiawari horses, culture and stables are there. Otherwise, no other families are keeping.
Right. No other royal families are personally
nobody
interested or
is
keen.
interested.
So let's move to another issue which is very prevalent, is that these days, because of the age of social media, a lot of animal cruelty videos are coming up. Now how do you deal with that?
We tried to stop, especially, see, animal cruelty in our Saurashtra, it happens during the marriage season only, because when they take out the procession, they do some funny tricks with the horses and all, and some accident happens to there. Otherwise, mainly the animal cruelty happens when the horses are being used for working horses, like they are pulling the carts and pulling the heavy material during the day, and even though they are injured, they keep on going it. And one of the worst thing which has come into the recently in the light in the news is from in Kedarnath, where the horses are taking pilgrimage passengers from down the hill to top of Kedarnath, and on the way sometimes horses die also, so they just throw into the valley. But it has been reduced now. Government is also taking care of it. Police is also taking care of it as per the law and orders like that.
Right. So now, and for horses, animal cruelty, government is looking very carefully, and also in the Kedarnath, we hope it will reduce or it will completely come under the control. So Now, the combination of horse riding and cricket, how did that both balance?
See, both is a passion actually. Cricket is also my passion, and keeping horse and breeding horse is also my passion. So, it they both gives me full of energy all the time. If I am away from the horse and if I am away from the cricket, I feel tired and I feel old also sometimes. But this both are in such a way, and both are related to the power and the spirit also. So from both the things, cricket also gives me the energy and horses also gives me the energy.
Right, right. So now, since the independence, this would have been a gradual process that slowly and gradually, as the generation changed, the interest in horses also declined.
Decline, yeah.
Now we talk about old movies where we've been shown races of horses internationally and locally, English commentary, those lively atmosphere. Have you been in such horse races?
Yeah, say in Mumbai and in Bangalore and Pune, these turf clubs limited. It was started by the Britishers, so I have seen those races. But in olden times, in earlier princely state times, those race courses were allowing all the indigenous breed also to run in the races. Either it was short races or it was long distance races also. But after it has been taken over from the Britishers to this turf club people, and it became a company, and it is run by the few peoples of mega rich people of India. They have converted into the pure professional business, this racing business, and racing is always connected with betting also, in foreign countries also and in India also.
So, but is betting legal or illegal?
No, no, in parts it is legal and parts it is illegal.
Okay.
Like, because it's like a trading of share market and like that. If you are putting billions of rupees, then it is illegal, of course. But it is taxable income. Government has put some specific tax on it. Now GST also. So it is a taxable thing only. But in those races, only a specific horses can run. That is called thoroughbred horses. Thoroughbreds are a mixture of Arab and English horses, and it was developed in England by the English people only. The stud farm in Ireland also and England, and those race horses have the history of only racing only. They be used in the racing only, and the same culture has come to in India, and then went to Far East in Singapore, in Japan, and then later on in Dubai, in Gulf countries. Now the Derby races, which they call it, it is one of the most expensive races is run in Dubai only. That is called Dubai Duty Free race, which has got I think to 20 million or something like that prize money for the race. That is a distance of 2.5 miles distance of races. They have built one of the finest race course in the world also. It is named as Maidan, where the different turf also to run the race for the horses. One is artificial sand, they call it. Another one is the desert sand, and the third one is the grass race course. So that way the industry has become very rich industry, and the race horses are become very expensive horses. Their breeding is also become very expensive.
But who can run in Derby?
The horses who has run the grade 3 horse, grade 3 race, grade 2 race, grade 1 race, and then in one grade 1 who is winner of the horses, they are invited to run the Derby, and limited number of horses are run in the Derby horses. means who are famous and their timings are very good timings. So all, like if it's a 10 horses race or 11 horse race, then all horses have the same timing of finishing that kind of distance, and then they call it a derby. Like,
So, does Derby races happen in
yeah,
India
in
as well?
India also, yeah, it happens in Mumbai, Bombay, Pune, Chennai, racecourses.
So, it's like a World Cup or a
Kind of
mega.
yes, yes. The Dubai duty free race is like a Dubai World Cup only. They name it Dubai World Cup.
Okay,
Yeah,
is it so?
and then only 8 to 12 horses are been invited by the Dubai King himself. All the expenses, uh, transportation, to the everything is been paid by the Maidan Racecourse only, and then plus the prize money. So
Okay,
Dubai race, you can call it a cricket World Cup kind of a thing only for the
right,
horses.
right. Now, we talk about the scenario internationally and compared to India. What is the difference between
Oh,
both?
it's a vast difference. The culture is totally different. Keeping horses in England and in Ireland, it's one of the finest way they keep it, and the veterinary services and everything is far better than at present what we have in India.
Right, right. So, coming back to India, as you had said that there were very selected people again control the Indian horse riding community or Indian horse racing community, if we have to say. Because in the end, most of the people want to run the races, win the races, and so that's how we've heard that
Yeah.
price of the horses are decided. So, which are those few clubs across India?
See, Mumbai Turf Club is one of that. Then Chennai is they call it Royal Western Turf Club.
Okay,
Under one banner only, these all Mumbai, Chennai, Pune, Hyderabad, and Bangalore. They come under one umbrella only. That is called Royal Indian Western Turf Club.
okay. And then each Tufts club is owned by different people.
On the share owners, like a corporate company only.
So they run like a
They run
corporate
like corporate
company.
company.
And there is there any regulatory body for horse
Yes,
riding?
yes, they have. They have in Pune, they have a regulatory body also, which has been managed also very professionally by the Mr. Poonawalla and their family and their company also. So that way everything is very much
But
systematic. Yeah.
but there is no government body or authority.
No,
Also.
not government. Not
Right,
government.
right. So government has still not stepped
Not
into
this.
it. In lot of
Government just
places.
collect the taxes only on the winning part only. That's it.
So the government is taking all the benefits, and
Yeah.
that's what they are getting out of it. So now, how is the atmosphere of a race course?
Oh, it is like you can say the peak of the share market, like stock exchange. You know, when the race starts, especially the derby starts, and there are few favorites, horses are there, and if you see the race, because it's a it's a game of rich people only, celebrity people only. So you will see film stars, you will see big politicians there, you will see big models, advertising models are there, Miss World, Miss Universe, they come and attend that functions and all, and the whole atmosphere is totally different.
Okay,
So it's a, if you go there and see that sometimes you feel that you are not in, and plus the fashion has also entered into it now.
okay,
So it's a display of everything, you can say.
right. Now, the changing time that Bollywood, there was earlier time, lot of horses were used. So a lot of Bollywood celebrities used to keep. Even now, I think.
Yeah, there are a lot of honors are there. Not lot of honor, but few Bollywood stars are. They
Right,
have there some stakes in racing horses also.
right, right, right. So, in betting in horses, how much a person can win?
No limit, you can say.
There is no.
Yeah, no limit. Like whatever you put, it multiplies with the stakes which are put on the horses, like 1 to 12 or 1 to 20 or 1 to 50. Like if you put 1 rupee and you get 50,000 rupees, like that.
But how much you can bet?
Again, no limit.
There is no
Yeah,
limit.
it depends upon the bookie who is taking the bets. It depends upon
And even being a bookie, it is legal.
some license they are issuing it legally.
So some licenses are there.
There.
So that's how.
In India, like in Mumbai, in Chennai, in Bangalore, it is legal.
Right. So it is always said that betting in some places it's legal,
Yeah,
some
legal, yeah,
places
some place.
it is not. Now we'll go back in a very important area where we are talking about polo.
Okay.
So what's the history of polo as a sport?
Polo, actually it was started by India only, but then Britishers has mastered it on that polo, and then it went to Argentina and in North American countries also. So it's a very fast game, very similar to the game which has been played in Afghanistan. It is something like that, and Mongolia also are one of the founder of polo game. But in India, only the few princely states used to play. That is Jaipur, Udaipur, Jodhpur, and those states only. In Gujarat, we had two polo clubs were there, one in Baroda and one in Rajkot. But the Baroda Polo Club was a bit famous because of the Gayakwad royal family. Otherwise, Jaipur, Jodhpur, and Udaipur, they are the three main. Now also, slowly, earlier there was no sponsorship in polo and all. So the polo was also on a dying stage that time. But then it was kept alive by the Jodhpur and Jaipur royal families only. And they used to sponsor the couple of events of polo during the year, winter time. But now His Highness Jaipur is taking keen interest, and he himself is a very good polo player, internationally recognized player. He plays and he goes out of the country and plays also polo. Whereas other couple of players from Delhi and Noida and all, they are also very good players, and they also go to Argentina and other English clubs to play there. Now recently we have heard the news that polo has come to Gujarat also. For partly there was a display game was arranged here in Ahmedabad, and very soon the Polo Association of India in Jaipur and in Jodhpur, they are planning a IPL like of kind of a polo season in India. So if that will come, then the polo will become more popular game in India.
Right.
Yes.
The moment the entertainment
Entertainment
mean will get in,
and plus the money will come into it, the sponsorship will come into it. Then of course it will go to the grassroots level also.
so also military plays polo.
Yeah, the same 61 Cavalry team is playing the polo. They are using their horses and their riders. So they are one
play.
of them. Yeah, they have the very good polo ground also. They are one of the sponsors for one tournament also.
Right. So now polo means how is polo played? Means how many people, how many team?
See, teams right now in India is I think 8 to 12 teams are there, which has been sponsored by the some corporate companies, some jewelry companies also, those who are dealing in diamonds and jewelry and all, and they are the sponsor for the polo players and all. Each team have 8 to 12 players on the roll as a professional polo players, and they have their polo ponies also with them. Each one have got 5 to 7 horses with them, which are very expensive horses. They are importing right now from Argentina, and each horse cost more than 50 to 70 lakhs rupees including import duty and all from Australia. So it became a very, very expensive game now. Polo, to play polo in India, it's become expensive.
So it's a very very royal or very
Royal and elite families game only now. But if more money will come and if they will convert into something like IPL, where franchises will own the teams and they will put in money into this, then sure, because when you see the polo game, it is very exciting.
right.
Yeah, it's
right,
very exciting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now coming back to our conversation regarding Kathiawari horses, which you have served rigorously, and so why did you start saving them?
See, our main idea was to bring this Kathiawari horses into the sports of equestrian sports, because Kathiawari horses are endurance horses. The stamina is unmatchable with anybody else. You can say any other horse breed of it in India. So we are still trying our hard to make this Kathiawari horse as a sports horse. Earlier it was a war horse, but now there are no wars which have been fought on the horseback. So we have to convert them into a real use to save the breed. It has to be some commercial value. So to make a commercial value, either you put them in racing, which is not allowed in Gujarat or in Maharashtra or Rajasthan, or we can put it in any other equestrian sports, which is endurance ride. Endurance ride means there is a 20 kilometer, 60 kilometer, 40 and 120 kilometer ride, and you have to finish in certain time, and with the keeping the horse's health in consideration. So our Kathiawaris are very much strong horses, and they perform very good in endurance races also. Even internationally also, Arab horse is considered as the best endurance horse. But we are very much sure that our horse also, Kathiawari, can compete with the Arab.
Okay.
If given a good training, if given a good feed and breed it properly for endurance, then they will 100% will give nose to nose competition to Arab breed horses. Yes.
So you're very confident.
We are
now.
confident. Yes.
So this is the reason why you think it has to be conserved.
Plus another thing is the Kathiawari horses conformation is very similar to these polo ponies. Very similar. The height, the size of the horse, and the strength. It is so we want that if some more money will come into this polo tournaments and all, then if some team will buy the Kathiawari horses, and if they are successful in one event, then 100% the commercial value of Kathiawari will change, and since their height is very acceptable in the polo game, so the Kathiawari breeding will increase and the pure breeding will increase more.
Right. Now there is, I would want to know that what is an average value of a normal horse
If you
for riding purpose?
for riding purpose, if you consider in this scenario of horses, it starts from 75,000 rupees to 12 to 15 lakhs rupees.
Okay.
Depends upon the bloodline, good characters, good conformation, and good color also.
Right. And then if in case we talk about racing, what's the average price?
Racing, it starts from 5 lakhs to 7 lakhs to few crores. Racing is totally different because the people who are involved in racing are mega rich people. So they want everything big. So a fall which is raised in any racing stud farm, it starts from when it's auction, it starts from 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs to 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs for a 1.5 years old colt. And if it's a proper racehorse to be trained for the race directly, will go into few crores
Right.
easily.
Now, which are the means again in other equestrian value of the horses, other games, what will be the same kind of
Show jumping is another game which is very famous in Europe countries, not in India but Europe, which is an Olympic game also. Recently, dressage is there, you know, show dressage they call it, and show jumping. Tent pegging is another game which is a very dangerous game, but it is popularly played in Pakistan, Afghanistan, India, and couple of European countries.
why it is considered to be dangerous, if you can
No,
explain.
it is always the tent pegging is with a spear, and in a speed, the rider has to go and he has to bend down and take the peg and then finish the distance which is been marked, 100 or 200 meters like that in a one speed only. So whatever happens in that few seconds of that, it is a extremely dangerous game, tent pegging.
Right.
So that's why it is banned all over the world for the Olympics and other things. But few countries are still playing this.
Still
Yeah. Yeah.
playing it. Now, what was your journey? What were your experiences in conserving Kathiawari horses?
Yeah, when I started in 91, 92, my experiences were that the breed characteristics which we were looking for it, which was written by our ancestors and which we are following from ages, that the Kathiawari horse should be of this much height, this much length, this much, the size of the ears should be like this, the face profile should be like this. It is all written in our Salihotra book and by our ancestors. Those breed characteristics, we were losing it at times, and then slowly we did a selective breeding of Kathiawari horses. Means we select the stallion, we select the mare, and then we make sure that the fall which comes from that mare should be of this kind of parameters only, and then we again make them stallion and then again keep on doing it. So after 3 generations we get the result. So 3 generations means if you calculate into the years, it will be 12 to 15 years only.
Right.
So to get a perfect Kathiawari breed, one fall and one specimen of that breed, it will take 12 years minimum.
Right. 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 So that's the time normally.
That's the time, yeah. That's the time
breeding.
normally one has to be prepared for it.
Right. Right. So now, what's the raise in the number when you started?
As I told you, when we started, it was hardly 250 good Kathiawari horses were available, and now if you go and look for the Kathiawari horses all over India, it is more than 35-40,000 horses are there.
35-40,000
Yes,
horses.
yes.
So people have now they picked
Yeah,
up.
the awareness has grown up very quickly, rapidly, and the mixed breeding is totally stopped almost. And people are keeping the number of horses there. If one person was there with one horses, they are always looking for a mare or a stallion again. So accordingly, the campaign which we started in 91-92 is on the verge of success, showing us success in 2024.
Right. So in this entire journey of from 200 to 35-40,000 horses, who were the top major contributors? How did this happen?
If I have to name them, it is the major contribution has been given by the Puneshwari Pit Temple of Kondal. Acharya Sri Ghanshyamji, and then Mr. Satyajit Khachar, Darbar Sahib of Jasdan, late Sri Mr. R.D. Jhala sir, who is an ex-retired IPS officer of Gujarat Police. He was the authority of Kathiawari horses, you can say, and he was the pioneer, and he only has warned everyone that if you don't take care of this breed, then you will see only in the pictures only. There was time will come that only in picture. So then the whole campaign started. Then Darbar Sahib, Punjawada Sahib of Santhli, a Kathi Rajput state, princely state earlier, they are also one of the biggest contributor. I'll say the Kathi Rajput community, from whom this Kathiawar name was came and the Saurashtra was formed. They are the, you can say, inventor of the Kathiawari breed horses, because they knew that that we need a horse breed who can be used, which can be used for the wars. So they they had mixed with some Iranian wild horses, or in those days, early days, and they produced this breed, that is Kathiraj community. They are the major contributors, and we must thankful to them that they have given such a beautiful breed to us. And of course, the Gujarat state government animal husbandry department, who has preserved these two stud farms, and they have kept alive the oldest bloodline of Kathiawari, which was left by Nawab of Junagadh.
Right.
Otherwise, if that would have been lost, then today we were just watching the Kathiawari horses only on the pictures only.
Right.
So the state government also is the major contributor into this campaign.
So probably the conservation of the state government, you took it further, and everyone joining hands together
yes.
happened. Now, what do you think as a future holds for horse riding, polo, and racing in India?
I see a very bright future right now, because the way the people are coming back to the old things, like we are very much aware of organic farming right now. We are very much aware of, after the COVID time which we have seen, people are become more conscious on what they are eating and what they are spending time in forest and in open area and all that. So looking to that, I'm very much sure that the future will become that where people will love to ride the horses, and when we read to the newspaper and when we see this global warming from all over the world, the future of diesel, petrol, what we are seeing is, it doesn't look very far. So again, back to square, when we'll find that people are going with tanga and horses in the market and on the road.
Right.
So the price of the petrol and diesel is the way it is rising here. Now we have come to the electric cars and all that, but still I feel that the horses will be the medium of transportation very soon for the human civilization.
Right. Now, which are the most famous horse riding events of the world?
Events like in Olympics, this show jumping and dressage are the main events when we see that equestrian sports in Olympics. Otherwise, the race in Dubai World Cup, Dubai World Cup we call it, and Dubai Duty Free World Cup, that is one of the most exciting. It's always in the March and it take place. And then Royal Ascot in England, they have the races there. That is also one of the very famous race. One derby in Kentucky, America, where only 8 horses are allowed to run from all over America. So that is also very famous race every year. Then Kentucky horse show they call it, which goes for 1 week or maybe 10 days or something. That is also very famous in America. And otherwise auctions in racehorses auction in England, which fetches millions and millions of dollars there in pound also for them. So these are the things which is keeping the horses industry alive.
Right. And are Indian horses and people participate there?
No, I don't think so, because that goes into the millions and billions, so nobody is purchasing there.
And maybe participation?
Maybe as a visitor, yes, maybe, but not other way.
Okay. Now, what do you say about gambling and horse riding?
See, it's an very exciting sports, and gambling is also, gives some kicks to the people who are in the gambling. So with that, it becomes a very big industry in England. In Europe, it becomes a very big industry, gambling on the horses, because every corner you go into the England, you will find a small betting shop, and they are taking the bets. Means they are the bookies. So in England, it is becomes when the horse season starts, it becomes very popular event and gambling time also. Same way, if you go into the Mumbai, if you go in Chennai, if you go in Bangalore, if you go to Pune, Hyderabad, there also in the racecourse you will find thousands of people. They are just betting on the television telecast only of the races in Hyderabad, races in Mumbai, and like that. And horse gambling is an addiction. It's like a drugs. If you play some money on the one time on one horse, and if you win 20 rupees also, the next day you will go and put it another 50 rupees also. If you win again 100 rupees, again you go and put 1000 rupees also. So it's like a drugs, it's an addiction. If you play one time, one gambling, one game on it, and you are there, like.
Right, right. And which are the major Indian known events about horse riding?
We have in Gujarat we have a Kama Mega Horse Show, which every year Gujarat state government sponsored it. 3 major events, one in Surat, one in Saurashtra, and one in Ahmedabad. So this is one of the Kama Horse Show is for 3 days. Then we have a very good Marwadi Horse Show in Jodhpur, which is also very famous. Then in Punjab during the Maghi Mela they call it, in January month, after 14th January. There is a Muktsar place called Muktsar in Punjab, where the horses events and buying and selling and other things keeps on going for 1 month there. And in Uttar Pradesh also there are a couple of horse shows are there and melas are there, and one in Maharashtra also. So that way Indian calendar is always, and yes, of course, Pushkar animal fair, which is very famous for horses and camels.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, sir, for sharing very insightful insights also on horses as you shared in cricket. Again, one more question which I have taking from the cricket side. We talked about betting in horses. Now, do you think online betting apps are taking over? They are registered outside of India and it's allowed. Is it not really creating a very big problem, or do you think it is a problem or not?
See, now in Supreme Court judgment also, the Supreme Court of India has said that betting should be legalized, cricket betting should be legalized in India to stop all this fixing and other things. So now if we comment anything on this, that it is not good or good, it is useless thing, because when the Supreme Court of India has already passed the order, nobody can challenge it. But if you ask me as a cricketer, then I will say that, this nuisance should be stopped. It's a nuisance. For 10 rupees you open an account in any betting app, and then it goes up to 1 lakh rupees, 2 lakh rupees. India is not a country at present where this betting can be legalized on cricket. We are not ready for it right now, because lots of unemployment is there, lots of other problems are there, and in that, if we introduce these things, so the school children, college children will think that, to earn a money, this is the easiest way, to put 10 rupees into the betting app and then earn 20 rupees. Next day they'll put 200 rupees and they'll earn 2000 rupees. So if, as a sports person, I will not approve this thing in India. But since it has been legalized and everything is going on, so it is very hard to stop it now.
Right, right. So, lot of cricketers are now roped in the advertising campaigns.
Yeah, money plays all the music, that is the thing, and now in this social media world, if we ask that, cricketers should not do the commercials with the betting apps, and they should not invest into the betting apps. I heard that there are some cricketers who has invested also in these betting apps. Either it is from Dubai or it is from Singapore or any other places. But this is the nuisance which has been started once, and it will not stop also. And people wants the short format cricket very much. They don't want to see the test matches now. So either they want to see the T20 or T10. And even the top class cricketer of India and world has recommended that there should be two matches of 10 overs each. So you can imagine that till what extent the thinking of the cricketers and cricket has gone just for the money. So
Okay.
it's a question which has been never-ending debates kind of a question. Is it?
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing such insights. And it has been a very long podcast, and we are going to split it into two parts. And thank you very much for having a good time. And
My pleasure. Thank you.
so,
Thank you.
what were your review about the today's podcast?
Oh, I really enjoyed it, and there are certain things which were in my heart and my mind since I started playing cricket, which I wanted to share it with the people. That what I think about cricket, what I think about horse breeding and all, and you gave me the chance to talk it about with open-hearted and open atmosphere here. I really enjoyed it, and now there is no burden on my heart and on my brain that I have not said certain things which I should not say it also. So I am very much relaxed also, and from tomorrow onwards I will do my duty very well.
Very soon we will share the episode, and we hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.